What's going on, guys? Colin Robinson from NDPT. Stick around today, we got some back and biceps coming up after our talk today. But our topic today is looking at how can we lose body fat, sustainable body fat reduction. So, how to lose body fat. There is so many options out there, it sometimes gets mind-boggling. We've got nutritional choices, we got ketogenic, vegan, vegetarian, paleo, and the list just keeps going on. Atkins even, all that sort of stuff that has been successful with certain people, has not with other people as well. And then we've got our training as well. We've got weight training, we've got plyometrics, anaerobic training, circuits, interval, you name it, it keeps on going. But what is going to be right for you and help you to get off on the right path. And today I'm going to be sharing the top 3 things that have helped myself and my clients also receive exactly what they want as far as getting body fat reduction and keeping that sustainable. So let's look at our first one, caloric deficit. What exactly is a caloric deficit? And I know it's getting introduced a lot into the industry, but I still meet people today that do not understand the concept and aren't incorporating. And you know what? They're missing out. So practically what it is we're looking at expending more than we are intaking. So the food we intake, we expend more through training and exercise. So pretty well what happens is if we expend more and we're eating here, we still require that energy to function. So it still utilizes body fat as energy to be able to burn. So that makes, hopefully that makes a lot of sense. And simply put, it looks like if we're in a caloric deficit, if we're eating less than we're burning, well, we're just going to keep losing body fat. Well, in sense, that does look like it would work. But here's the catch. What actually happens is our metabolism does steady and slow down with the less we are eating. So now it's got you thinking, look, I can lose body fat to a certain degree and then I'm just going to plateau. So what can we actually do to offset that, allow you to eat more and to be able to consistently get body fat reduction results? That moves us on to number 2. And we're looking at strength training, weight training, resistance, all of that incorporated because there's many different branches. When we look at weight training, not only do we expend energy whilst we train, but that muscle fiber breakdown we actually burn more energy, utilize more energy to rebuild that muscle fiber. So not only are we expending energy in the gym, we're expending energy outside of the gym. And with the more muscle fiber we have, the extra energy we actually going to expend. So it actually offsets that slow reduction of our metabolism adjusting with how much we're eating. Not fully, but does definitely slow it down. So our reduction in our food intake can be a lot slower than drastically cutting to keep losing body fat. So weight training is the number 1 to help you to lose body fat properly. Yes, ladies, I'm talking to you. We're squatting heavy, we're deadlifting heavy. Get out of the booty bands and glute bridging. Use them as activation exercise. Hit your big lifts. Get off the treadmills. Start doing some damn good weight training. Now, number 3, we look at lifestyle incorporation. Now, that sounds like a funny topic, but to be honest, those 2 things, if you were just looking at that in a simple 8-week, 10-week, 12-week fix, you're done. You're going to be able to get results and some awesome results in that time, but you need to create that to be sustainable. And what I mean is continually utilize those 2 things into a lifestyle. So when I say that, that is every day. Yes, it takes a bit of discipline, but tracking some of the stuff you're intaking, tracking your training, make sure that every single day that those things are getting implemented and you're processing them to continually get results and sustain a physique that you want to be able to sustain. So lifestyle incorporation, making those things a basis to how you actually train and eat. So guys, those are my top 3 things going to help you lose body fat and to sustain them. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. So now we're going to be looking at some training, some back and biceps today. If you want to look at some exercise ideas, once going to be doing a voiceover of that. So we'll talk you through some of the exercise I've been doing and I'll catch you all next week. And remember, gains before brains.
Right, so here we go. We're just starting off with 3 sets of pull-ups. This is actually my last set, which is a bit disappointing because I only got 5 reps. But notice in here we've got full range of motion coming all the way out, getting a full stretch to the lat, up and squeezing for half a second or a second up top. That way we're going to get full activation through. Next exercise, we're looking at just a cable row. You're probably wondering why I'm not doing deadlifts. I'm just actually doing them on my leg day at the moment, so just trying to get complete back isolation. So we're rolling through, squeezing for half a second. Make sure our shoulders don't roll forward, so we're getting contraction through our rhomboids, lats, and traps. And our next rowing exercise, we're looking at underhand rows. So we're starting in a neutral grip, and you actually see my hands rotate into a supinated grip. This is why I'm getting a bit of tension through the bicep, but primarily I'm aiming for that lower lat area as well. Just because in the singlet you can just see my rhomboids and traps retracting, but I am getting lower lat activation as well. This is great exercise if you have this machine at the gym. Now, we've got some shrugs. Some people don't do them. I personally love them. Kind of hard to see activation through them, actually, but I do them with a dumbbell, so squeezing up, just trying to build that upper trap area, and that just gives you, with your width, just gives that nice little staple area up into your neck. Some people don't like it. I personally love it, so I always chuck these in the end. Now, go back to some lat work, actually, with some lat pull-downs. Notice the very start, just then, you could see my shoulders drop down. Go back and have a look at that if you didn't see that. So that's just eliminating that posterior delt and making sure that the tension's staying on my lats and squeezing through. And I've got a closer handstands as well, because I'm just trying to get more depth in my lat, because width I'm already doing alright with, I think. And now just finishing off with some biceps. Now I just did some hammer curls, so neutral grip position. I'm just helping with that thickness of the bicep, and it's probably the second time you see me train biceps. I'm actually doing them twice a week at the moment, so I'm actually doing less volume but higher frequency, and I'm finding that my bicep responding better to that, because once again they're a bit of a trouble area that I'm trying to bring up. I actually supersetted them with this exercise here. I don't even know what they're called, but it's pretty well like a rear delt fly, but squeezing through my traps. That was the end of my back and bicep session, and I'll catch us all next week.